Pastor James, allow me to read this email, this tweet here that was sent out by a pastor by the name of Pastor Ray Ortland. So Pastor Ray Ortland is a very well-known pastor that said this: "Never Trump, this time Harris, always Jesus." How should we think about pastors who say such a things as this?
If you go to that man's church, run the heck away from his church, because what he just shared with you is brutally demonic. And one of the things I want to say very, very clearly here, and this involves just sharing a small little story of something that happened with me about 4 months ago. Maybe it was more than that. It was about 6 months ago when President Trump had announced his newly formed position with respect to abortion. One of the things that I did was I took to Instagram and even made a few YouTube videos. And let me just simply say this: erroneously said that I would not vote for somebody like President Trump, knowing that I had voted for him every single time and proudly voted for him and encouraged other people to vote for him. But I said I could not vote for him if he's taking this stand on abortion, especially as a father who has 3 children, a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-year-old, all adopted by the grace of God, amazing children that I love. I hate abortion. But here's the thing that I learned very quickly when I came to that conclusion. You see, I was hoping to get other pastors to rally against me and maybe help to change President Trump's mind. But there's something that God showed me, and I was very convicted by it, which is why I'm taking the stand that I'm taking. And that's this: first and foremost, Kamala Harris hates life. She is part of the community and the world of death. She is a neo-Malthusian, a completely angry and embittered and enraged individual who has a bloodlust for the life of children. How in the world can you trust somebody like Kamala Harris to take care of your life after watching what she did to this country over the last 4 years? And this is the conclusion that I came to when I started really thinking about this and doing some soul searching. Look at what President Trump did in the 4 years he was in office, and look at the last 4 years. Let me take one step further when we talk about pro-life. Roe v. Wade was overturned. We thought no way it would be overturned. It was overturned because of the Supreme Court justices.
That's right.
That was actually brought in by President Trump. And I want to make one more statement because this is really critical. It's important everybody know this. When Roe v. Wade was overturned, the hardcore, death-loving, ridiculous Democratic left, the haters of life, went into a panic and went on their way to get out every kind of other abortive tool that they can. And we went from 900,000 babies being killed when Roe v. Wade was overturned to what will be 1.7 million babies dying by the end of this year because of what Kamala Harris did, because of what Joe Biden did. And we will see that number double because they have a love for death. And let me make this position very clear. How can you trust anybody to take care of your life when they hated you before you were even born? And I want to make one more statement. President Trump loves listening to godly men. He is open to listening to pastors. And I have a deep-rooted personal love for a man like that who would give up absolutely everything to make this country better, and also to understand that he's the only president that stood in the March for Life. He is the president that did more in the last 4 years for the unborn than any other president in U.S. history. And now all of a sudden we're going to get on this high horse and say we're not voting for him? That is a satanic ploy. And I'm sorry, I just have to say it. No, you don't need to apologize. Final issue here, James, is Israel. Donald Trump was very, very good on Israel, moved the embassy to Jerusalem, something I know is near and dear to your heart and your audience. Why should Donald Trump earn the support of Christians who care about the nation of Israel? 1 minute remaining. I will just tell you, this is very, very important. You should do it because Donald Trump has historically lent out his support, even probably more so than any other president in U.S. history. Once again, he didn't talk. He brought it into action. He brought the U.S. embassy into Jerusalem. Listen, Yerushalayim has been the very place of the heart of every Jew that's out there, and he stood for the right for Jews to continue to live in their homeland without being disturbed. And I'm a man. Listen, I can tell you this right now. I understand what they mean when they say min shah bad. Most of these people don't understand. You got these college students walking around with their kafiyas around their neck, and they have no idea what they represent. They don't understand our culture, our background. They don't speak our language. Yet Donald Trump seems to understand it all. And the work that he's done in Israel has been remarkable. And I am grateful to God Almighty for what Donald Trump has done for Israel and what I know he'll continue continue to do for Israel, which is why our nation will be blessed. I will bless those that bless thee, and I will curse those that curse thee, is what God said concerning the nation of Israel. Donald Trump knows that because he's listening to pastors, and that's why he's blessing Israel, so that the United States of America will be blessed. It's that
James
simple.